At City Youth, one of the things that is just so huge on our heart is to partner with parents and families to see students who are loving and following after Jesus. And I think that we have just such a unique opportunity as we get a new facility to further that work that God has called us to in student ministry. I've had the opportunity to walk and pray the streets behind our new facility, and it is overflowing with teenagers, with students in that 12 to 18 range. And here's what I know, we're gonna need more volunteers. We're gonna need more people to step up. And if you've been sitting in services for months and wondering where I can get involved, then this is an opportunity for you to step up and join City Youth or City Kids or wherever, because the opportunity to serve is going to be there. And so will you answer that call?
In City Kids, we want to see kids develop a relationship with Jesus that they won't want to walk away from. We know that kids' hearts are more tender. They aren't as polluted by the trouble of this world. And when we have this chance every Sunday to connect with kids on their level, their developmental scale, we're building these authentic relationships. We're generating a space of abundant grace. And we are giving an opportunity for them to develop their active faith. And so this is a really special opportunity for us to not only support our kids, but to remember this is a partnership with their parents. When I think about the opportunity we'll have in this whole new City Kids wing of this beautiful new building, I think about how for the last 13 years, we've been in 4 temporary spaces that are set up and torn down every week. But we had 121 kids last Sunday, and think about what that's gonna be like at our new building and the opportunity we're gonna have to reach so many more kids because we have so much more room. And that's where we need you to step up and start serving and join us as we partner with parents to raise kids, because I promise it'll be worth it. We're investing in the future in God's kingdom every single Sunday.
So I actually didn't grow up in the church. I got saved whenever I was 25. And so the inner workings of a church were very foreign to me. The first place I went, I was lost in the crowd for over a year, maybe even a year and a half. And I would walk in and I could tell people knew each other. I just remember feeling lost in the crowd, honestly. And so my passion at City Church is that nobody else has that same experience, that if somebody's ready to take their next step, we are ready to take them on it. And so I want everybody who comes in for the first time to have somebody excited to learn their name, and I want them to be shocked the second time they come in whenever somebody actually remembers it, right? And somebody invites them to their micro church and they come and they feel welcome. They don't feel like an outsider. They feel like City Church is their home from day one. This new building is expansive and it's awesome. It creates 2 problems though that are so exciting to solve. There's gonna be so much space. How do we keep it feeling relational and intimate, right? How do we help people take their next step? And also with so much more space means so many more people. And so we need so many more people on our side to learn names and to be passionate about helping people take their next step on the growth track. What we don't want is a big building that people get lost in. We want it to stay relational, stay personal, to know people's names. And so we need people who are really passionate about that.
In early 2020, when we were going into lockdown, God gave me a new vision and direction for my life and gave me these words to gather, encourage, and disciple artists. And gave me this new vision for something that hasn't been created at City before called the City Arts Department. And what this kind of came to was to become a nonprofit arts agency and school. And what I believe is that as we as artists gather and we practice the ways of being an artist, which I have learned that as we practice the way of Jesus, it leads us into the inner sanctuary of the soul, and we begin to create out of the overflow that is bubbling up within inside of us. This draws people into the beauty of Christ. It draws us into the beauty of Christ. And the only way that we can do this is if we actually have a collective of artists. And those artists are you. Because I believe that we are created by the Creator. And each and every single one of us have the capacity and capability of being an artist and co-creating with our Creator to bring about the heaven and the kingdom of the future. If this is something that you feel tingly about and you would like to join us in creating the City Arts Department, creating art as a gift out of the overflow of our hearts, join us.
Our vision for city worship and for city music and really for city arts as a whole is big. We have already seen God work in incredible ways through this artist community. And when we look into the future, we know that it's only gonna grow. And we need you. I believe and know that God has uniquely gifted each and every one of you. And we have this beautiful opportunity right now as we step into this new season for each and every one of us to look at those gifts and then offer them back to the creator of those gifts and offer them up in service of the church, his bride. And I can tell you, trust me, that is the sweet spot of where we're all meant to live. It takes a whole team of people to make this happen. Some that you see on stage, but a lot of which that you never see on stage, behind the scenes, running tech, running sound, running cameras, all of the things, but all in service of the mission of creating a sanctuary for people to encounter the presence of God.